It's the last great wilderness on Earth, a frozen wonderland at the bottom of the world. This is the view from 10,000 feet as our Qantas Jumbo glides over Antarctica. The journey had begun 4 hours earlier in Perth. 350 passengers ready for the flight of their lives. 4,000 kilometres from the WA coast, the clouds part and a single iceberg appears. Within minutes, there are dozens more.
I was expecting to see perhaps one iceberg and then to see suddenly that there was multiples and it just escalated from there. It was wonderful. It was really exciting.
We fly down to Antarctica. It usually takes between 3 to 4 hours. It usually starts with some icebergs or some floating ice. Great excitement comes over the aircraft when they're seen, and then we roll into the continent.
Bus Bosquita from Antarctica Flights organises the charter.
The difficulty with Antarctica is it's incredibly hard to get to. You can go with a ship and it can take between 5 and 7 days, incredibly expensive, and you're not even guaranteed of getting to the continent, just depending on how thick the pack ice is. So having a flight where we can cover it in 12 hours, I mean, there's nothing like people going to work on a Monday and when they're asked, what did you do on the weekend? Well, I just popped down to Antarctica, and that's what we try and achieve.
For the next 4 hours, changing landscapes of ice, sea and land give the passengers a breathtaking view.
Clarity of the outside, looking down on the ice, is absolutely amazing.
I've always been meaning to come down here at one stage or another, so I finally got to do it, so here I am.
Something I never thought I would see. Magic.
The flight takes us over Mawson's Hut, then onto the very bottom of the world, the magnetic South Pole.
Enjoying this extraordinary view from the comfort of a jumbo jet, it's easy to forget that it was only 1820 when the first person ever set sight of Antarctica. 200 years later, it's still a place very few people get to see. Even fewer get to step foot on.
The realisation of a dream that had taken over 8 years.
Diana Patterson is one of today's expert guides. She's not only walked on Antarctica, she's been there many times. She was the first woman ever to be appointed an Antarctic station leader. She remembers the emotion of her first sight of the frozen wilderness.
You felt like crying, actually. Except I was meant to be a tough new station leader, so girls don't cry. But it was such an awesome feeling.
For Diana, visiting Antarctica was life-changing. For 2 passengers on board today, another life-changing moment. Amil and Natalia Royce left Perth as Sri Lankan and Russian citizens. They return as Australians.
You are, however, making history as being the first people to become Australian citizens, not only on board an aircraft, but over the Antarctic. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our newest Australian citizens.
Daniel Fondacaro from the Department of Immigration and Border Protection got to officiate.
This is the first time we've done a ceremony in the air and the first time over Antarctica, so it's a really special day for Emil and Natalia, not only to become Australian citizens but to be part of history.
Emil and Natalia will go home with a new nationality, but every passenger on board will take home memories that will last a lifetime.
It's absolutely fabulous. I want to get down there, but this is close enough.
Bucket list wish. Absolutely, you need to do your bucket list. Tomorrow we never know what holds, so that bucket list is very important. It's a treasure that we have to protect. And I hope that everyone comes back off the flight today as an ambassador for Antarctica.